So in this episode, we're taking a look at some of the gameplay footage for Friday the 13th, the game on the Nintendo Switch. Let's get started. So with the release of Friday the 13th, the game on the Nintendo Switch right around the corner, I know everybody's got a question on their mind. What does the gameplay actually look like? Well, let's take a look. So first up, we're going to take a look at the intro for Pac-Man X Small on the Nintendo Switch. So as you can see, the graphics really aren't that great, but then again, it is a Nintendo Switch. It's a portable system. So with that in mind, I actually want to compare the graphics on both PC on extreme settings and the Xbox One X. So first up, we're actually going to compare it to the PC on extreme settings. Let's stop right here and take a look at this fire for a second, because look at this is such an extreme difference. The Switch has like this little puff. It's like it can't quite figure out how to ignite itself, while the PC in extreme settings is just bursting in flames. You can also see the detail on the character, the light reflection, the depth, the shading. It's just a night and day difference. Now, if we continue going here for a minute, we can actually see everything is completely different. The graphics are just completely insanely different, but that's what we would expect between extreme settings on PC and the Switch. So next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the Xbox One X versus the Switch. Again, we're going to stop it right here on the flame. This is the exact same second for the opening scene. This isn't a different time frame. This is actually where the flame would be had it had as good of graphics as the Xbox One X. So clearly the Switch, again, even compared to the Xbox One X, is just bare bones minimum. Which, real quick, if we actually compare them all on the same screen, the PC in extreme settings, Switch, and the Xbox One X, you can clearly see the Switch is like absolutely non-existent in this comparison. Then the Xbox One X is somewhere probably in the medium to low range, and then the PC Extreme, it's just bursting on fire, and obviously the PC just dominates the night and day difference in a side-by-side comparison. But again, let's get back to the actual intro between the Switch and the Xbox One X. I mean, that guy's looking really pale. Like, there's no detail. There's no color in his face. Same with Jason. Now, real quick, I just want to compare the Switch to PC in its lowest possible graphic setting. Now, even look at the fire real quick. Even in the lowest setting on PC, Switch still can't compete. It can't even compete with the lowest setting on PC. Basically, in order to compare the graphics on a Switch to a PC, you'd have to remove the entire graphic card and just use a pure integrated graphic card into a motherboard. That's really the only way I think you're going to be able to compare the two. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some more footage. We can actually see the coupe here. Now, let's stop this for a second, because this car reminds me of a yellow car on the PlayStation 1. It's just a boxy, basic, Tomb Raider 1-esque, bare bones minimum graphics. But again, it's for the portability and not the graphics. Now let's compare it to what the car looked like in the Xbox One X. Now the Xbox One X looks a little bit better than the Switch did. A little more detail in it. And of course, if we go to the PC on extreme settings compared to the Switch, it's just insane night and day difference. There's shadowing, there's dirt, and proper lighting. It's, again, just a night and day difference. Now let's go on, head back and look at some more gameplay footage on the Switch. Now, of course, Jason's going to chop this down, and it looks very basic, just very bare bones minimum graphics. Again, that's probably the only way they could get this game to run on a Switch. Now, real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at this same exact scene, but on PC in extreme settings. We're going to go ahead and create the same kill. And yes, it's a complete night and day difference again. But now let's go ahead and compare it to the Xbox One X. Again, there's just a subtle difference. I mean, you can just see better graphics. But let's go ahead and continue the gameplay and look at some of the lighting and an actual graphical kill. Very basic amount of blood. Again, the details very basic. And if we go ahead and go back and look at the PC on extreme settings, you can see all those details again in the door, the lighting, the darkness, the reflections. Even the deer head looks a lot better. The kill looks a lot better. And here it is again on the Xbox One X. Again, graphical difference. There's a major difference on that door. If you take a look at the detail in the door, in the couch, and Jason's mask. But again, having Friday the 13th the game on the Nintendo Switch isn't for a graphical advantage in any way, shape, or form. It's for the portability. So you and 7 friends can just sit out back by the pool or on a couch, or even out in the woods as long as your Wi-Fi reaches, and just have a damn good time in person. So obviously the graphics aren't going to be as good on the Nintendo Switch as they would other consoles or a PC, and that's for obvious reasons. You know, it's a portable device, it's not as strong as the other consoles, and that's basically how Nintendo's been the last 10, 15 years. It's not like back in the day where they were going from SNES to N64, back when they were trying to compete with other consoles such as the Sega Genesis, Sega CD, or even the Panasonic 3DO. Now about 10 to 15 years ago, they went for a more simplistic, family-friendly style console, which is why the graphics are very basic. However, the great thing about Friday the 13th, the game on the Nintendo Switch, is the fact that it is portable, which means you can sit there with a bunch of your friends on a bus or a long car ride or even on a plane and play each other. Yeah, which is what, again, makes this so badass. It is a mobile version of Friday the 13th, the game. So even if you have Wi-Fi, you could be sitting in the bathroom, in the bathtub, taking a shit, whatever you do in there, and play Friday the 13th, the game. Some people may literally have the shit scared out of them while going to the bathroom.
Mr. Hanky?
But what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Are you stoked to have Friday the 13th, the game, in a mobile platform? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification box. If you don't, you won't know if I have kick-ass shit such as this. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, because more of you likes on this video will get you another Friday the 13th, the game video on this channel. And don't forget, there's a new website called theslasherclub.com. And this is where all the cool kick-ass people are chilling. And this is the way we get rid of the trolls, and we just have a kick-ass time. Now, some of the stuff you'll be able to get access to are behind the scenes, custom skits, some videos 1 week early, and a whole lot more. So be sure to head over to theslasherclub.com and sign up now. Also, don't forget, merch link down in the description below. Eat, sleep, slash, repeat the 4 essentials for any horror fan. Don't forget to join us in Discord, because that's where we all have a kick-ass time in there. And as always, I'll see you next time.